What's up everyone, Tim here from Everyday Tactical Vids, and I'm really excited to bring this review to you today. We're looking at the ZeroHour Relic XR flashlight. Now I have one of the original ZeroHourXD flashlights. It's a bit bigger than this. That is the light I keep on my bedside table so that in the middle of the night, if I hear some sort of noise or the power goes out and I gotta go investigate to see what's going on, that is the flashlight that I'm grabbing to go leave my bedroom and find out what's happening in my house, just to give you a sense of how much I like their lights and how much I trust their lights. A lot of cool features on this light. One of the coolest things about it is that you can actually charge it with a USB, and you can actually charge things off of it with a USB cable. So if you have your phone with you and it looks like it's running out of power, if your Relic XR is charged up, you can actually charge your phone using this flashlight. Lots of different things we'll talk about. Let's unbox it and show you the light. When you open up the box, you're going to find all these items. You'll get a microfiber bag, a micro USB cable, some extra O-rings, and an extra switch. Here's a holster for your flashlight. Obviously you're going to get the Relic XR flashlight, and that does come with the stainless steel strike bezel and also the stainless steel clip. In addition to that, you're going to get some very helpful instructions, and these will assist you in understanding how to use your Relic XR flashlight to its fullest capability. And the last thing I'll tell you is I've already put inside the flashlight the 18650 rechargeable battery, and that's a 3400 milliamp battery. Your material is an anodized 6061 aircraft aluminum alloy. The finish is a Type 3 hard anodized anti-abrasive finish. The bezel is 304 stainless steel. It is a Cree XP-L emitter. Your max lumen output is 1000, and it's pretty amazing the wide variety of different settings you're going to have with this flashlight, and certainly we'll show you that when we get outside. It does have a strobe, also a beacon, and also an SOS feature as well. Your measurements are 1.5 inches across the front and 6.38 inches from end to end. Now this is kind of a side note, but I do think it's connected to just give you a sense of the quality of these products. When I order a flashlight or I order a knife, something like that, and when they ship it to me, I'm always looking, what's the packaging look like? If they just kind of throw it in a box and send it to me, well, it says something. If they really put time and effort into how they package it and promote it and market it, that speaks to me. With the ZeroHourXD, it took me a long time to even get rid of the box because the box was so nice. That's the same thing with the Relic XR. So the quality of the box overall is really nice. Then you have all these specs here on the back. So they give you lots of information on the back of the box. I just like what they do when they actually package it. The marketing process, even as you get the light, makes you say, hey, I got a high quality product here. One thing I've always liked about ZeroHour is they offer you lots of different accessories for your flashlights. As you can see, we have 4 different filters here: orange, blue, green, and red. You also can replace both your strike bezel and your pocket clip. As you can see, these ones are black, and you can swap out those if you want to replace the silver ones that are included. Head over to ZeroHourXD.com if you want to see their full display of what they have for accessories for their flashlights. I want to show you the functions here in the studio, and then we'll head outside and show you what it looks like to use this in the dark. I do want to mention that I've adjusted the camera so that when we do have this running at 1000 lumens, it's not just blinding the camera. I've adjusted the ISO so that that's way down, and basically the way it's set up now is that you're going to be able to actually see it work as opposed to just seeing a white flash on the screen. What we have here is our pressure switch on the end, and then if you're looking on the bezel end, you can see there's a ring here, and that rotates right and left. We're going to put it all the way to the left. We're going to call that position 1. Click this and it comes on at 10 lumens. So that's your low setting. Click it once, on at 10 lumens. Now if you click on and then off and then on again, within 3 seconds it'll take you up to 1000 lumens. So on, off, on, now we're up to 1000 lumens. Click that off, wait a couple seconds here, click it on, it's going to come back on at 10 lumens again. Now you can click on, off, and then on again, and that'll take you up to a strobe at 1000 lumens. So on, off, and here's your strobe at 1000 lumens, and then you click it off. Now, again, that's in position 1. When you click it on, 10 lumens. When I start to rotate this ring toward the right, it's going to softly click into the next position, it's going to go off. Now watch this, as I start to move it, you have every option, basically from 10 lumens up to 1000 lumens, and then a soft click to lock in at 1000 lumens. Bring it back the other way, so hey, I want this much light. No, actually I want this much light. Actually I want it much brighter. You can adjust it however you want, okay? So that's going to go all the way up to there. Now if I click this off, and then I turn it back on, it's going to come back on at that highest setting. If I have it, maybe say halfway in between, I click it off, turn it on, it's going to come on that same setting. So, you know, if I've got it at 200 lumens, let's say, I click this off, click it back on, it's going to come back on at 200 lumens. Going all the way back to the left here, 10 lumens, off, and then it's going to come all the way up to 1,000. Gently click in. I'm going to click it over one more, and you're going to see the SOS feature. And one thing I've noticed is that it seems like every time I've done this, it always starts with 2 flashes and then goes to the 3 and then does the 3 again. So just kind of the way it starts. And I'll let it go through the whole cycle here. 1, 2, 3, pause. And then the longer 1, 2, 3, little pause, and then short again. And then if you click it over one more time, it's going to lock into your strobe feature. And whenever it's locked into these features, you click the end off, it goes off. Click it on again, it comes right back on that. So I clicked it off, and I'm bringing it back to SOS. Click it on. It's going right into the SOS feature. So again, the thing that's really cool about this is you get the full setup, however, the full range, and you don't have to just pick like 3 different settings. So I'm going to go all the way down to 10 lumens here. Turn that on and then just start rotating it over. Again, it goes off and then comes back on and then goes all the way up to 1,000 lumens, SOS, and then strobe. I'm outside now, and we're going to put 1,000 lumens right here on our friend Johnny. Everybody say hi to Johnny. He's going to be in future Everyday Tactical Vids reviews. So we're at 1,000 lumens, and I'm just going to start bringing back the light output using that ring. I'm going to bring it down low, low, and it's going to finally go off eventually, which it is now, and then we're going to click it on to 10 lumens. So there's 10 lumens. You can see the reflection off the top of the shed, and you can kind of make out Johnny's head there. And then we'll bring it back up slowly to 1,000 lumens. I'm at about 30 feet right now from my friend out there. So 30 feet, nice hot center, nice ring, really solid throw on this flashlight. Just again, it's a high-end light. It's really nicely made, and you're going to be happy with it if you purchase one of these. Let's bring it over to the SOS just so you can see what that looks like. And just to prove to you that it does start with 3. So 3 flashes, and then 3 more, and then the last 3. Let's go over to the strobe. And that's what your strobe is. And I think as far as a strobe setting, this is excellent. Sometimes you have a strobe that's too slow, sometimes it's too fast. This is good. I definitely turned this on inside my house when I was walking around upstairs. I was like, wow, that's definitely disorienting. And I'm the one holding the actual flashlight. Back to SOS here, and then over to 1,000. And then we'll bring it back down and say goodnight to Johnny. We're going to look at the 4 different filter options right now. We're looking at red, and that's going to be effective for keeping your night vision. Looking at the side of my shed, which is about 20 feet away. And so that's what your red filter looks like. Our next option here is blue, and this is going to be good for spotting blood trails or water or other fluids. So that's what the blue one looks like. Next up we have green here, and this is going to give you the best clarity for reading things or seeing things in low light conditions. Think about reading a map or something like that late at night in the dark. This is going to be a good option for that. Last up here we have amber, and that's going to be effective for seeing most clearly through fog and smoke. And one thing I'll tell you about all 4 of these filters is that you're not really reducing the quality of the beam coming out, you're just changing the color. Sometimes you get a filter that's just not well made and it makes things foggy or kind of hazy as you're looking at it. Not the case with any of these filters whatsoever. So many features built into this flashlight. I have a couple more things to show you. We're going to show you how to charge an item using your Relic XR from ZeroHour. The first thing you're going to do here is, you can see we've got that ring that we were twisting to adjust your output. Just below it there's another ring. You're going to unthread it just slightly, and then it will pull down. And if you do have the pocket clip on, you'll slide it kind of under the pocket clip, like so. But there's a larger USB output, and then there's that micro USB. The larger one is what you're going to use to send power out of it to charge an item. And so I've got my iPhone here. Plug this in like so. Now once that's plugged in, what you're going to need to do is set this ring that you use to adjust your lumen output onto setting number 2. So go all the way to the left and then bring it over 1 onto setting 2. And then you're going to press your end cap switch to complete the unit or complete the circuit so that power can flow out of this and into the phone. And that's what that looks like. So now I'm charging up my phone using my flashlight. One thing I want to let you know is that as you are, twisting this to loosen it up, because it is nice and snug, sometimes you can loosen, there's multiple sections of the flashlight. You have to make sure that everything else is snug and secure, or when you click this, you're not going to have the full connection and all the power running through. So make sure everything else is secure. Bring this down, plug your USB on, and then click that. I'll show you one more time. Turn it off. This comes on. You'll hear the ding when I click it on again. Now it's charging. Obviously you can do more than just phones. You can do iPads, you can do GPSs, all kinds of things using your ZeroHour Relic XR. One more feature I want to talk about is how to charge your actual flashlight, and so they include this micro USB cord. I have one end plugged into my computer, and then the other end is going to go right there. So I have your standard USB output over here, and that's going to send power out of the light, and then the micro over here is where you're going to plug in this micro USB cord to charge it up. Doesn't matter what position this ring is set on, it will charge on all settings. And so let me line that up. And when I plug it in, you can see that that little blue light comes on. As you can see, a little blue light here. Now, let me give you some of the specs on the charging process. So if it is with a blue light, it means you have 100 down to 50%. If it's red, 50 down to 25%. If it's blinking red, it means you have less than 25%. And at 10%, the flashlight will turn off completely due to the automatic activation of the over discharge protection. So that's how it's going to actually work. Now, the other thing that's really interesting and just so thoughtful in the process of how they put this flashlight together is that if you pull this micro USB out, nothing happens, right? But if you have this plugged in and you have the pressure switch on, the light's not on at this point, but let's say it's charging in your house and you lose all power, or it's charging in your house and someone bumps it and you didn't realize that this was bumped and therefore the light wasn't going to be charging. When you pull this out, when that end switch is pressed in, you get a beacon feature, and you can just see that come on again here, which is great. So if you're charging it at your house and then power goes out and you're like, where the heck is my light? Now you have the beacon feature and you can pick it up, click it off, and now you've got your light. Just another very thoughtful thing that they did when putting together this flashlight. As we wrap up here, I wanted to roll in the big brother to the Relic XR. So over on the left we have the original ZeroHourXD, another great flashlight from this company. Parting thoughts now on the Relic XR. The first thing I'll say is that for some people the price point's just going to be too high. $150 is going to be too much for some people to buy a flashlight. And then the other thing is that if you want a light, you can just kind of click on, light comes out, click off, and it goes off. Not a lot of options, not a lot of lumen outputs. This is not the one for you. This has a lot of different features, so if you want something super basic, this is not a light that you're going to want to purchase. Now those are the two main downsides. I would say on the upsides, the fact that you can go from 10 lumens up to 1,000 lumens, pretty much any different setting, any different lumen output you want, that's great. It's comfortable in hand, it's not super heavy. The fact that you can charge, items with it, charge your phone, charge your iPad, charge your GPS with this is that's fantastic. I like the strobe setting. I feel like it's an appropriate speed of the strobe. SOS setting, that's also nice. They do offer a variety of different accessories like the clip, the bezel, the different filters. So there's just a lot of great things about this light. Every time I kept kind of digging deeper into it, I was like, oh, there's another cool feature, there's another cool feature. So overall, just tons of different things that you can do with this light. And it is also weapons mountable, so if you want to attach this to a shotgun, an AR, or something like that, you can certainly do that as well. I really like ZeroHour. I met the crew from ZeroHour at SHOT Show 2015. It was just great to talk to them. They're always thinking outside the box. They're always being really creative. And so what I'm going to do is I'll put links to their website and also to my review of the original flashlight down below, and also to some other articles and features about ZeroHour, because they've been featured in a lot of different places just because I think they're a really up and coming company with a lot of great ideas. So definitely check those out. Thanks as always for checking out our videos here on YouTube. Please subscribe to Everyday Tactical Vids on YouTube if you haven't done so already. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, check us out on Instagram and Tumblr as well. Take care.